Social cohesion is very important in South Africa, given the history of South Africa. And the question is, in these discussions, the question is often asked, is there any research on the extent to which home education contributes towards social cohesion?
Well, I think we need to form a new question, Bowie. Is there any research on the extent to which government-run schooling contributes to social cohesion? So sometimes we just need to answer a question with a question. And I would look at it this way. I cannot speak with any authority on South Africa, but I can guess some things. But I'm going to look at the United States for a minute. We have now had, it was not until about 1900 that we had the majority of children in what we would now call public schooling in America with government approved, government certified teachers. That's not a long time ago. But then even when we got to 1900, the children were only in these schools for a few months per year and sometimes only a few hours per day. And of course it evolves so that eventually it's, now we have 87% of children 5 days a week, 9 months per year in public government schools with certified teachers. And if this kind of environment were conducive to causing social, positive, interpersonal relationships, then we would, it seems like we would expect heaven on earth in America. But then I ask people in America, I ask professors, I ask judges in courts, I ask psychologists, are you happy with the illiteracy rates in America? Are you happy with the rates of alcohol abuse by seniors in high school in America? Are you happy with the drug abuse by seniors in high school in America? Are you happy with the incarceration rates in America? Are you happy with the bullying rates in American public and private schools? Are you happy with the teen pregnancy rates? You know, just go down a long list of what most people would think of as negative behaviors. And almost nobody will say that they're happy with all of those rates. Are you happy with the rate of being a part of gangs? Are you happy with the racism rates? You know, if public schools somehow made all of these things far better, then we should be very, very happy with how things are in the United States. But most people are not on those things. So I would say that we have no empirical evidence that being in an institutional school for 6 hours per day is significantly increasing social cohesion. Now, on the other side, I believe personally, based on experience, being an educator, a professor of education, a classroom teacher, a father, a person involved in my community, that when individual children are taught the value and that they should be respectful and tolerant of everybody else, regardless of race, ethnicity, religious beliefs, political beliefs. And when children get that down deep in their spirits and they kind of grasp that and take it on as their own by the time they're 16, 17, 18 years old, they're the ones who will be promoting and being a part of socially cohesive places. That's what I see. I have a personal example. I went to private schools in Portland, Oregon. I won't say which denomination. I never met a black person until I was in high school, I don't think. And in my high school, which was not small, we had 2 black students. I would venture and I would hypothesize that anybody could take a random sample of the graduates of my high school and a random sample of public school graduates from Portland, Oregon, and they would find that the graduates of the private school I attended would be far less racist and more tolerant of other people than the graduates of the public schools. I'm confident in that. It's because of what they were taught on a consistent basis and what was modeled by the teacher and what was enforced in the student behavior in the school. So the same kind of things applies to home education. We have some evidence, not a lot. There was one study, this excellent study done recently by an Albert Cheng, and he found when he compared public school graduates, private school graduates, and homeschool graduates who are at the university level, The homeschool graduates actually were more politically tolerant than the others. It was incredible. It was the opposite of what the negative critics of home education thought would happen.